Miami has it all. The greatest football team.
If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from Southern California. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Good out. 380. Good out. Set.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Well, we have a moment while we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ball game here this afternoon. 2nd and 10.
Set. Go.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his tight end, Arande Gadsden the second. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Lion.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. 13 yards on the catch there, and the Chargers have the 1st down. 13 yards on the
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Home troops right. Set.
No play fake.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
He'll look deep, left sideline. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
380. Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play. And continue out of bounds.
Ready? Grab it, go!
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hogg.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kappa. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. That's caught downfield by Cooper. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
1st and 10
That one
at the
good for
14-yard
29.
line.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession, and it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that 1st down.
That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect, but really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jack Panther. Let's go now. Ready?
On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Into the secondary at the 45. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Let's go.
On play action, Richardson. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, Miami.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Touchdown, Miami.
It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. The Dolphins will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
You heard about Madden, the left controller, the left came up told you.
Set. 380. 5-9, 5-9. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Set.
On first down, Herbert. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
It's now
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Delta to Hunt. Ready.
Handoff here, up the middle, and they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Set. Let's go. 380. Run. Run.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Quick throw, taken in, and a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Here's Tommy Townsend now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. That is fielded at the 13. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. P.J. Sanders in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Can't be lying.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Johnson on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long.
19 sight. Ready.
From the gun, Richardson. Incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Wide out. Go.
They'll begin here on the ground. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Minka Fitzpatrick up to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
From
2nd
the 41.
and 7.
Here's 2nd down and 7.
380. Run. Set.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Marco at the 48-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He was brought down by Cedric Gray. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 48-yard line.
12. Go. Set.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Run! Set. 380. Run! 380. Run! Run!
He'll try to run it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it. And they stuff him on 4th down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. Working 3 downfield. It is Williams. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown Miami. Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Chargers 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
Ball on the
second and
39.
6.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Herbert. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this passing game continues. To come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds.
26-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get it? Like 18 rattler, 18 rattler. Hey, man.
Williams in motion.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there, and more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. On play action, it's Herbert. That is Trent McDuffie that time. Not easily a big sack man, but getting the job done there.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field, and Tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
And the defense signaling safety here. The official says he made it out of the end zone, but not by much.
So now that's 2 consecutive plays where they end up going backwards. So a sack, a negative run. The biggest thing you have to avoid in the NFL are these negative plays, because now it puts all of the pressure on a 3rd and pass situation. And when a defense can play you one-dimensional, it is a big challenge for any offense.
Third down. We're trying to get it on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
He's brought down at his own 4-yard line.
2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. Look at him go! Inside the 10! And he is going to take it all the way. Electric moment on the return for touchdown. A special teams magic moment from the rookie who takes it all the way. What a great way to announce yourself to your teammates as a huge part of this team.
Yeah, and there's no greater way to establish value and to earn a role on a team, Mike, than through special teams. Now, when you can do it as a returner and you can impact the game by putting points on the board, man, that is different. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and that is a huge impact play here by the young rookie.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard
Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball let in too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Glad McConkey, the one he was looking for. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return.
36-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Williams in motion. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike. It had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it. They're not able to connect.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of shotgun. Richardson. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 39-yard line.
Set. Herbert now on first down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That one incomplete. Good job on the handbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's going to be fielded back at the 5. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment. It was taken down after a solid return. In motion, it's Waddle. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. From the 43. Here's second down and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open is the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
19 right. Tag. 60 average. 60 average. Mustang 19.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Coming across, he's got him in the hands of Williams. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
First down.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's into the end zone. And they are making it look easy. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead.
Chargers 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Now, after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 5.
Set. Go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Chargers first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Up the middle they go. Down the sideline at the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
All my people now, on what I love. Ooh, with me is dangerous. Your problems are just not the same.
Set.
They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Second and
They'll
10.
try again here.
At the
2nd and
33-yard
10.
line.
Set. 380. Run. What is it?
Perfect. Cooper with the grab. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. To the ground, a first down run. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground. About 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here's a toss, right side. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On play action, Richardson forced out wide, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here we go.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole, and he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go.
Williams in motion. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Come on. Ready.
Now a give on the ground. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
From the gun on 3rd. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now a run on first down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Herbert to throw on second down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
And this is the tricky element of these deep balls, Mike. You want to hit the guy in stride. You want the touchdown. You want the beautiful highlight play. But sometimes you're better off underthrowing a receiver than you are overthrowing them, because as we see time and time again throughout the league, an underthrown deep ball, more times than not, leads to a pass interference call.
And he'll try to get some marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
It's 4th down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. shotgun now for Herbert. Short. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Dolphins. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
380. Black 80. Black.
Throwing again, Herbert. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 15-yard line.
Crowd right. Check. Press down.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Quick throw, taken in. Was brought down at pass. Going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Baylor Tiger. 5-9. Go.
Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
380.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. Whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that ball. 1st down, L.A.
Set. Delta. Set.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Williams in motion.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer.
Now, faking the give. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That's hard downfield by Waddle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First down.
A gain there of 27 yards.
Ready, set.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. And he will score! Touchdown, Miami. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to get me. He ain't sure.
So after the touchdown,
Valuable
it's
lesson, man.
Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Set. Go.
On play action. Now Herbert. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. They want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 4.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Now Herbert. Complete to Cooper. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. And the Chargers have the first down.
Set.
They'll stick with him again. And this time they are ready for it. Throw for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Tackle made back at midfield.
On play action, it's Herbert. He's going to take a shot down the field.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Check go.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Second and 11.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
So a win here for the Dolphins. And that's now 4 victories.